What's up, guys? I just wanted to thank you for your Christmas letters. I loved them so, so much. I know I'm a little late in responding, but I wanted to answer some of your questions. So, one of the first questions was about what we do at the seminary for Christmas. There are a few things, three things that I want to talk about. One, we set up the whole chapel with these huge Christmas trees just throughout the whole church, these wreaths everywhere. We just made the chapel look so beautiful because we prepare for a Christmas concert where our friends, our family, and other people that financially support the seminary, they get to come in and watch the Christmas concert, and all of the seminarians, all 100 of us, will gather around and just sing and give them a whole concert. It was so much fun. I love Christmas carols, so this was perfect for that. And then another thing we did at the seminary is that we decorated our living rooms full of like different Christmas decorations. We have a Christmas llama, which is weird. I've never had a Christmas llama before, but we had one. And we were listening to good Christmas songs and then also decorating cookies, sugar cookies. So that was really fun. So decorating the church, singing the songs for the Christmas concert, and the decorations for the living room. And also, we did the posadas, which is, as some of you may know, we go from door to door, like Joseph and Mary, to see if there's room in the inn. So, beautiful tradition, too. I got to go home for to Phoenix for Christmas. And when I got home, we went to Christmas Eve Mass. I go to St. Teresa's, and I was able to afterwards do these potlucks, these big potluck dinners with my mom's side of the family on one day, and the next day we did it with my dad's side of the family. And just love the food there and get to share time. The only sad thing is, I remember as a kid, we didn't have phones or computers. And so we would just be talking, sharing stories, playing games with each other. But now when I go to those parties, everybody's on their phone, everybody's kind of off to themselves. So I kind of wish that would change, but that's what happens nowadays. Um, Another tradition that we like doing is we go out into the neighborhood and just look at all the Christmas lights and see like who decorated their houses, and just walk outside with family, sometimes with hot cocoa and like a sweater. So that was really fun. What did I get for Christmas this year? I got this really nice pair of shoes for my gym workouts. Perfect. Nothing much. I mean, I was very simple this year. Some of my favorite things about Christmas. So, my favorite movie is probably Jack Frost, and it's about a dad who passes away, but then he comes back as a snowman. But it's really cool. It's a heartwarming movie that I've always liked. But it's that one and like It's a Wonderful Life. Those are two of my favorite ones. One of the funnier ones is Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. We watched that a lot as a kid. My favorite food during Christmas time is menudo and pozole. Just absolutely love it. You have to acquire a taste for it, but it's delicious. My favorite gift as a kid growing up, we were totally surprised because we didn't get too many gifts as kids. However, one year we got the Wii, which was insane, and we were losing our mind. Me and my two sisters, we couldn't believe it. We opened it up together and we played like Wii Sports like right after we opened it. That was fun. One of my favorite memories about Christmas is praying by the tree at nighttime. So sometimes at night, I would just go out and see the tree. I smelled the tree. The tree had a bunch of lights, the Christmas tree in our living room, and I just sit there and like talk to the Lord. It was just a beautiful moment for me. One of my favorite songs, I love all songs. I don't have a favorite song because I love Christmas music so much. However, I only listen to Christmas music when it's December. I don't do it like, you know, too much. Did I have any Christmas resolutions or New Year's resolutions? No, because I usually wait until Lent. And Lent is when I start my resolutions. So this year, I'm going to cut back a lot on screen time, especially before I go to bed and when I wake up. So when I wake up, no screens until like later in the day. And when I go to bed, like hours before I go to bed, no screens, no TV, no phone, no nothing. And also, some questions that you guys had about different things. Was Jesus born on the 25th. And you hear a lot of people talk about this and argue about it. So I was able to do some research. And the reason why the church believes that Jesus was born on the 25th is because one document from a long, long time ago in the year 204, this is like 2,000 years ago, it talks about how Jesus was born on the 25th. Now, we don't have exact records of like the Gospels don't ever say it, so we're not too sure. But the whole thing about like we replaced a pagan god's birthday, that's not true. So don't believe in that stuff. But you hear it every year, and you hear like people say it, and sometimes like even religious people say it. But no, not necessarily. That might have been that there's theories, but one of the biggest theories of Christmas for us Catholics is we have documentation from very long ago that Christians celebrated it. So that's what I was able to research, but I'm not super scholarly and understanding of that. So if a priest corrects me, that's okay too. So maybe ask your local priest and see what he thinks too. Also, one of you asked if saying Xmas is okay. Because as a kid, I was always weirded out by it because I like, instead of saying Christ, like Christmas, I'd take out Christ and put an X. And I was like, is that weird? Is that not weird? I don't know. But I looked into that and it's kind of interesting because in the Greek, it's XP, which means Christ in Greek, Kairo. And you've probably seen this symbol before. It looks like this. So the XP, and you've probably seen that in different churches. That is the Greek version of Christ. So the X is Christ, and then Mass, Christmas, because we'd always go to Mass. So Christmas. That's where we get it, because we celebrate Christ's Mass on that day by going to like Easter Mass, or not Easter Mass, Christmas Mass. So that's kind of cool. I didn't know that. I don't use the Xmas. I usually spell out Christmas now, but it's kind of an interesting thing to know that that's where it came from. Those are all my questions that I was able to answer, and I will be praying for you guys during Lent. Please pray for me during Lent, and I hope you guys are doing really good.